Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. Today, as promised, I'm incorporating wellness topics into my channel and I'm so excited to go over all these things with you. These are things that I have slowly incorporated into my life that have made drastic changes into my wellness journey. A little bit about me. I know I'm just this random girl on YouTube that is just giving you these wellness things. These are not to say that these are the things that you should do. These are just the things that have substantially improved my lifestyle and I wanted to share them with you, and maybe you can take it with a grain of salt and maybe try some of them yourself. I've been passionate about health and wellness for quite a while now. I read about it, I listen to podcasts about it. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a certified anything, so please consult with your doctor in any of these items that I'm mentioning. But without further ado, let's get to the video. I'm going to do this video in 3 sections, which is going to be mind, body, and soul. I think that's really important to target those 3 areas. There's a little bit of food items that I need to put back in the fridge, so let's start with body. A few items that I truly feel have made the biggest difference. Probiotics. One in particular is the Coconut Cult probiotic coconut yogurt. This is something that I have repurchased so many times, and this is something that I take right before I eat a meal. I truly feel like this is the best thing if you want things to be moving throughout your body. If you struggle with gut issues or if you struggle with going to the bathroom, this is the best thing for it. I found I've tried so many things because I've struggled with that in the past. I struggle with it a lot when I'm traveling too, and this is the best thing to help with that, and I swear by this. You can do your own research on why gut health is so important, and it coincides with your mental health as well. I won't go into all of that. There's a lot of research and studies on it that you can listen to that are probably more of an expert on that topic than me. Cabbage sauerkraut. This is also another probiotic that I take every day. I just take like a spoonful of it every morning as well. It just really helps me feel my best. And again, another way to incorporate probiotics into my diet. It tastes really good too. I sometimes sprinkle it on my salads and it's just so good. This is definitely life-changing. I've bought this so many times. These are all the things I take in the morning. And another product is garlic, which I'm not a big fan of this because I think it tastes really gross, but I take it for my immune health. It's supposed to be really good for your skin health as well. There are just insane amounts of health benefits to garlics. I've been really enjoying it, taking it at one every morning, and I take those 3 all together. And then the last item I take in the mornings is the ginger shots from Trader Joe's. I've been really liking these. These are just super convenient. It's just a really nice way to get lemon and ginger into your diet. A lot of benefits to this as well, and I don't take these every day, but once in a while I like to take them, especially if I'm not feeling my best. Now that we've taken all of that in the mornings, let's go into breakfast. I have a few items that I really been enjoying. The first one is the Purely Elizabeth oatmeal. These are so good, so convenient. You can take them on the go. I used to love making oatmeal myself, just using like rolled oats, but I just find that this is just so much more convenient and I'm more likely to just eat this than if I were to make it myself. These have very clean ingredients and has flax seeds and chia seeds, and it's just really healthy, good ingredients that I can really trust, and it's just easy. I'm just not someone that is a huge breakfast person anymore, which is crazy because I used to love breakfast. Nowadays I just want something small sometimes and something that is quick and easy, and this one and then the dark chocolate one have been my go-to. They taste so good and you can just feel good about it as well. I put some bananas or some other ingredients in there too, sometimes peanut butter, just to kind of make it a little bit more filling. Other breakfast items are the Cocoa yogurt that I really love. This is a coconut yogurt that tastes honestly amazing. I've tried so many and I just haven't been able to find one that tastes good except for this one. This is really worth all the hype that it's been getting, and I really enjoy this. Last thing is these mush things. Love these. They're basically overnight oats and they're just super convenient. They're really great for when you're not super hungry for breakfast but you just know you need something, and they're pretty filling, I would say, so really enjoying these. I have these all the time. When I have more time, the cream of buckwheat. This stuff is actually really good. If you're like sick of oatmeal but want to try something similar to it, highly recommend this one. This is so good. I love the consistency of it. It's super healthy. Maybe on the weekends when I have a little bit more time and I can do this on the stovetop, but I still also sometimes make it on the weekdays when I feel like it. Snacks that I love are these poppies. This poppy cherry limeade is my favorite. It's a good alternative to soda if you love soda and just kind of want something a little bit flavored, or you're craving a soda, then I think this is a really good alternative. I really love all of them. Walnuts, this is kind of random, but walnuts are great for the health of your brain, for your immune health, and all these other benefits that you guys can do your own research on. But I've been really enjoying these as a snack because they're super filling and they make me feel good. Jim Kiwi, I've read his book, highly recommend his book as well, but he always mentioned that walnuts are really good for your brain. So since then, I've been eating 2 or 3 a day. Last snack item is That's It fruit bars. I wasn't sure if I would like these just because they sound really boring. They're literally just have 2 ingredients. This one is apple and cherries. You have to just kind of try it before you knock them out because they truly taste so good. They're filling and they're just like a good on-the-go snack. The ingredients are very clean and healthy and truly one of my favorite snacks. Last few items are supplements. I don't have a lot of supplements that I can really recommend. I try to, as much as possible, get my vitamins through food, but there are some that I feel like are necessary for me, and I'm still kind of working through supplementation and kind of doing my own research to really understand what I really need. But these are some things that I know I really enjoy. The first one being is vitamin C from Live On. This is an incredible product. It's such a good vitamin C. Personally, whenever I take this, I just feel the benefits right away. And I always take these when I'm feeling a little bit sick, and right after, I just immediately feel better and I just feel like it's magical. Other one that I've been really enjoying, which has been kind of a shock for me just because I wouldn't have thought that I would enjoy this as much as I do. It's the Symbiotica Topical Magnesium Oil. I'm still doing my own research on what magnesiums to take, but wanted to incorporate this one first. This is something that you spray onto your body, and I do it at nighttime right before bed. It relaxes me. It really gets me like a little bit more sleepy. Almost feels like melatonin to me, and it just feels super relaxing. This is lavender scented, and I just never thought that I would need something like this. It just really helps me calm down at night. The last item that is kind of like a supplement is this mushroom blend from the brand Om. I have repurchased this so many times. I put this stuff in my coffee and it just helps with my productivity. It kind of helps feeling more energized. It says for optimal performance and vibrant health, and I truly see the benefits with this, and I truly see how it helps me feel a little bit more productive is the only way I can really describe this. Basically made with like 10 adaptogens that help with all of that, and I truly believe in mushrooms. I love them. I have a lot of other ones. Pick Tea. I like Element and Pick Tea for hydration and getting electrolytes when I really need it. I don't always take it every day, but I think days that I work out or days that maybe I had a drink or two, I like to take electrolytes, and Element and Pick Tea are my favorite. This one in particular is a bit like a pink color. It's super pretty and it tastes really amazing. Those are all the things that I put into my body that I feel like make me feel my best self. Other things that are in the body category I feel are mindful eating. Mindfulness is something that I've practiced for I think like 8 years now, and mindful eating is how I honestly got started with mindfulness. It's something that I think is really important in your wellness journey, is to really be mindful of what you put into your body. I think it's super important to take care of your body and to know what you're putting in there to be at your optimal self. And so mindful eating is a good way for you to understand what you're actually eating and kind of noticing the tastes, noticing how it makes you feel after, and just not rushing through that process, and knowing that eating is a process that is important to be in the present moment for. So mindful eating is something that I like to practice. I know it's not something that is realistic to do, with each meal. I know sometimes it's nice to eat in front of the TV, and I know it's not realistic to always sit down and focus on your food. I think it's really important to do it for at least one meal throughout your day. I really find that when I eat mindfully, it kind of goes on through my day to practice mindfulness. I really see a huge difference in how I feel. I just feel a lot more calm. I tend to not overeat, and then I just feel a little bit more gratitude in what I'm putting into my body. It truly transformed my life completely. I want to emphasize it as much as I can, and I can do a whole topic on mindfulness eating because it's something that like I said, I've been practicing for 8 years now, and so I'm super passionate about it, and I think it's a really good thing that I still incorporate into my wellness journey every day. The last item for body is movement. I think that it's super important to to move your body in some capacity every day. I know it's really hard, especially if you work from home, to really have the motivation to do anything before or after work, but it doesn't have to be something super challenging. It doesn't have to be something that costs a lot of money. I think one thing that I've recently incorporated into my life is to take a walk every day. It's so hard to motivate myself to do it, honestly, but one way I've done it is kind of tricking my brain. Let's take a walk to get Starbucks, which I know isn't maybe the healthiest thing, but at the same time, if it's going to motivate me to go outside and go out in nature, then I feel like it's a good thing for me to go and get this drink that I get excited about, and then in return I get to be in nature, which really is super calming for me personally. Moving your body can be through YouTube videos, can be, you know, taking a walk. And one thing that I've been really enjoying, and I feel is that has been the best way for me to stay in shape and to incorporate working out for me, has been ClassPass. ClassPass has been something I've been using for almost a decade now, and it's something that I find works for me. I'm someone that wants things to be efficient, and for me, going to the gym and doing a workout myself is not really efficient because I tend to like think about what I want to do. I know I could write down all the things I should be doing, but for me, I just kind of get bored, and then I just end up spending longer time at the gym than I really need to, versus if I go to a class and I have this trainer telling me what to do and it's very structured and it is only going to be like 50 minutes and that's it. I just find that it works better for me, and I feel like in this way I maximize my workout by going to this class versus doing it myself. That's just personally what works for me, and I find that, you know, going out and being around other people doing the same workout as you is super motivating as well. Next item, we're gonna go into mind. Some of the things I do for my mind are cold showers. I don't do them all the time, and I'm slowly getting into the habit of them, but cold showers are something that I truly feel I notice a huge difference in my mood. I feel super energetic after I do it in the beginning of my day, and I just feel like it really helps me be more focused. There's just insane amounts of benefits to it that I won't go into again just because I'm not an expert here, but I would highly suggest you guys look into the benefits of cold showers. Other things that I do for my mind are podcasts. I'm sure you guys have heard of Huberman's podcast. I feel like everybody has. I love listening to him. I put him on the background, listen to him as much as I can throughout my day, especially when I'm working. He is a professor at Stanford that has a lot of knowledge in the wellness space. I would recommend checking him out. I feel like he is an expert in this area, so a really great person to listen to kind of learn more about all the things that I'm talking about. And then other podcasts that I really like are Skinny Confidential, Evan Carmichael, and then Jay Shetty's podcast as well. I'll list out all of them down below. Top of that, I also like to listen to Kindle when I'm cooking. I think it's such an easy way to like incorporate cooking and learning at the same time, and I feel like cooking, you can also practice mindfulness, so it's like a whole wellness journey for me whenever I'm cooking. Another thing that I do in the mornings for my mind are read 30 minutes a day or one chapter a day. When I've gotten off the habit of reading, I will say, okay, I'm only going to read one chapter and that's it. And I find that when I give myself an easier goal, it's just easier to attain and it makes it less daunting. So whenever you're starting something, I highly recommend you make it as easy as possible. It just is a way for me to really calmly start my morning while learning about something that might be improving my life. For the soul, something that I find really helps me and has helped me throughout the years. I started doing this when I was 9 years old, which was crazy, but it is journaling. I sometimes get out of the habit of it and then I come back into the habit of it and I realize, wow, why do I get out of the habit of journaling? Because it's truly life-changing for me, so soothing, gives me so much peace and calmness into my day, and it really is a great way for you to dump everything that's in your brain and put it into paper, or maybe typing it out for you works too. I know like therapy can be really expensive and maybe not doable for everybody, and I find journaling is an alternative in some way because you're really getting everything you want to get out of your head, which is, I find, very important. Definitely something that's transformed my life personally. Another thing for the soul, I'm sure you guys were probably expecting this for me to say, meditation. I started meditating, it's been so long. I've taken classes on it. I'm currently getting my certification for it as well to be a mindful and meditation teacher, and I find that meditation is hard to get into the habit of doing. doing. It's not easy to just sit still. We are so accustomed to be on the go. Our brains are so hardwired to want to see what's next, and we're just so accustomed to fast pace of living too. And I find that meditation really helps calm down your mind. You notice all these thoughts that come up. I have so many thoughts that are like racing through my head, and it's a way for me to just notice those thoughts and not give them any meaning, not say if they're bad or good, and just really notice them and just realize, wow, that's interesting that I'm having all these thoughts, and kind of detaching thoughts from who you are and knowing that those are just thoughts. I can go into a whole topic on this, obviously. I've used a few different apps. One that I suggest for beginners is Open. I really enjoyed using that. I used it recently when I needed to get back into the habit of meditating. You open the app, which it says, and then you can meditate to the meditation they have ready for you. You don't need to look through anything or try to decide what's meant for you for that morning, which maybe some of you guys might not like. But I found that it just gets rid of the question on what should I meditate to, or like how should I meditate. It has this like speaker that speaks to you, and then you meditate for 10 minutes. You can meditate up to 20 as well if you wanted to. But it's a really good beginner's one, I find, but it is a little bit pricey. If it's not in your budget, I also highly recommend Insight Timer. Insight Timer is one that I've used probably for 8 years now. They've been free this whole time. I am so in love with the company because they've made something that is truly transformative for a lot of people, and they made it available for everybody. They do have a paid subscription recently that they incorporated, which I think is only $5 a month, I believe. It just feels like a safe space to really meditate, so I highly recommend Insight Timer. The way I've actually also gotten into meditation is through Headspace. I'm sure a lot of people have heard of that one. That's how I got into meditation, and I would also recommend that one as well. And I'll link everything below so you guys can check them out. The last item for the soul is taking a walk. I kind of mentioned that, but I think taking a nature walk is super therapeutic, and it's something I'm recently honestly noticing. It's not something I've always incorporated, but I've always knew that being like near the water is super therapeutic for me. It helps me calm down, it helps me feel energized, and it just is super soothing to me. So I think finding what part of nature really helps you. So that might be like the forest for you, it might be the mountains or the beach like me. Finding a place where you feel brings you the most peace and calm is, I believe, really important, and living near that or being able to go and do that activity daily. And so taking a walk every day or being near this thing that really brings you peace and calmness, and I find that it's something that totally transformed my life. I've been doing walks without any music and just practicing mindfulness walking, but when I do want to listen to a podcast or listen to music or just kind of switch it up, I've been really enjoying these AirPods. It really blocks out everything, and you can really focus on whatever you're listening to, and you can really shut down everything. And I find them like to be really calming, and I feel like sometimes when I just want to be in my own little bubble, I really like these. And I don't know if that sounds healthy or not, but I find it to be healthy in the way that I use it, because I find that it can really allow me to just focus on my body and what I'm listening to. So I've been really enjoying these. I think they look cute too, but I really didn't realize how much joy they were going to bring into my life, and really enjoying these for walks, for meditations, especially for traveling. It just blocks out all the noise on the plane too, which I've really been enjoying. Like I said, I wanted to incorporate wellness into my YouTube because wellness has been such a big part of my life, and I'm super passionate about it. Let me know if you guys have any questions on any of the topics I talked about, and let me know if you want me to go into any of the things I talked about in a different video, maybe that you might need a little bit more of an explanation on. I'd be happy to do that. So that's all I have for you guys, and I would love to know what you guys love for your health and wellness journey. Let me know in the comments, and before you go, make sure to subscribe to my channel. I post a lot about fashion, beauty, and wellness now. I believe that incorporating all of those things is a great way for you to show up as your best self each day, so that's kind of what we're going with here. If you enjoy all of that, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.